And welcome back to the Athletic Center here at the University of Guelph for the D10 finals for senior girls between the Centennial Spartans and the Ross Royals. Obviously, just watching the junior D10 game, so coaching was a big factor in that. It was a quick layup to start the game off. The Spartans opening it off. It's Jenna Davey.
And we see the full court press right off the bat from the Spartans. We saw Orangeville use that last game, and that led them. That was a huge part in their victory.
Working it inside, kick out. Now that layup is just short. Spartans grab the board and look in transition. Here's Hooper, their one guard. Around the screen, good cut to the rim. That layup just won't fall. Rolls off the rim.
Ross looks like they're struggling a bit with the full court press right off the bat.
This is Curvin. Gets a screen. Out the top. For an option. Here's Capper. Working it around now in the corner. Curvin. Kick out. And they're going to turn this one over. The Spartans take it over.
Ooh.
To the cup, and good is another layup for Jenna Davey. First 4 points.
Yeah, Hooper found her deep on that deep pass, got tipped a bit, but gets to the target eventually, and they put in those easy 2 points.
Capper to the corner. Curvin for 3. Puts it in. Corner 3 from Ailani Curvin will open up the Royal scoring. Spartans looking to get in their half-court offense. Outside on the wing for 3, just a bit strong. Nice offensive board. Hooper, fader. Nice, looking like that Dirk leg kick fade. Gets it to go for 2. Will be off the Spartans. Nice pressure they're applying here early in the backcourt.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of this full court press, and like we said, Orangeville used this last game, and it gave BM headaches. And Ross it has to have everyone come back because they can't get up the floor unless they have as many outlets. And they can't get set up in their offense. Be something to keep an eye on throughout this game.
Out to the top for 3 is Sierra Curvin. And both threes coming from the Curvins for the Royals. They're going to work it inside on that long outlet pass. Layup won't go. Ball's on the floor, being battled around, and possession arrow goes the way of the Spartans. Or sorry, that's the Royals, you're going to say. And a quick substitution here for the Spartans. That 1-3-1 in transition from the Spartans, really trying to meet them right at half court and press them there. That looks like the area they're going to try to turn them over. Sierra Curvin inside. Work back out and passed into the hands of Kayla Hooper, who will take over for the Spartans. A 3 from the wing is short, kept alive. Floater is up and no good. And the Royals back in transition. It's Charlie Capper. Blashik on the perimeter, cuts to the rim. Layup is up and off.
It's a nice little scoop move.
Looking to push it in transition now. Hooper. Kick out. Working around the perimeter. And just inside the line for 2 is good from Clara Goody. Or sorry, that's Ryan Hay for the Spartans.
Seems like they use Hooper. She'll take her defender off the dribble, take it inside, and if there's a lane, she'll take it. And if not, dishes it out, and that's how their whole offense sets up, and it's been pretty efficient so far.
Gonna
here
work
for
it
the
inside.
Spartans.
It's blocked away. That was Eddie inside. A three from the top is off to the right from Abby Blashik. Long outlet pass. Another three from the wing is up and good. Jenna Davey has been money early on for the Spartans.
Yeah, right on that wing spot there. Davies has been lighting it up so far. He's had a lot of open looks from there.
It's cut inside. And a calm finish under pressure from Sierra Curvin.
There's some pretty good defense, too, from the Spartans. Curvin just waits them out with the patience.
Hooper to the corner. Now work back around for Davey. Off the dribble. They'll scoop it in there. A nice move. Jenna Davey early on has 11.
Yeah, we saw Davey with the spot-up shooting, and then she takes it off the dribble that time. She's doing a nice job early on in this one.
An open look for Curvin, who was good on her first. That one rims out from the wing. Hooper in transition. Finds the open Jenna Davey, who has the hot hand and has been on fire from downtown as she connects with another.
What's that now, 14 for Davey?
Yeah, it's been a good open. Curvin's going to try to get some back, can't get it to go. Going to go to the floor with it.
Sessionero, I believe, is going to give it to Ross.
A couple of changes for the Spartans, one for the Royals, as the Spartans early on have taken a nice lead on the back of Jenna Davey. 14 points, a couple from downtown. It's been looking good for the Spartans. A little bit heavier scoring than what we saw in our junior girls final just early on in this game, but the Spartans been unloading from three-point range. Same with the Royals, the majority of their offense coming from downtown as well, 2 threes.
Yeah, if you're Ross, you just want to settle in. The Spartans are doing a great job of pressing you up the floor, so you just got to come, look for the open person, move the ball up the floor, and try to slow it down on offense, because the Spartans want to play with this high pace, and if you're the Ross Royals, you're going to want to slow it down, take them out of their game, if you can.
That'll be the end of the timeout, so I believe the Royals are starting with the ball here. Off the tie-up. It's actually Spartan ball.
Oh, so then the arrow will go to Ross the next time up. Was a jump ball before we got that timeout.
Spartans now. Nice cut to the rim. Open look won't go for Haley McMillan. Now Sierra Curvin the other way for the Royals. Curvin sizes up her defender, cuts inside. The runner is strong and off. Rebounded by the Royals, up and in. Now the Spartans the other way. A corner three is off.
Good look there, just didn't fall for him.
Royals going the other way. Inside. Now back out to the perimeter. Off the drive, it's turned over. Curvin couldn't hold on to it. Here's Jenna Davey for the Spartans. Layup with some contact. They're going to say it's on the floor. It's going to be a blocking foul on the Royals.
Yeah, Davey looks like she knew what she was doing, trying to get that contact. Should go to the line now.
Never mind, it looked like initially he said on the floor, but Spartans are going to go to the line. So Davey can add to her tally. It's the first. Bounces around, 2 for 2 for Davy. She'll check out after a real hot start.
15 put up for Davy so far early on. Hit a couple of open shots, then got it going off the dribble. Nailed the 3 and then finishes off with those free throws, and she'll come out of the game in this first quarter.
Been impressive early on. It's Sierra Curvin for the Royals. Trying to find an outlet, and they're going to call travel there. Minute 28, the Royals down 8. Just hoping to keep themselves in it. It's early. Don't want to dig yourself too much of a hole early on in this game. Spartans offense have looked to be humming early on. It's Hooper outside. Kicked out. Spartans working it around. McMillan missed it.
One thing you got to love about this Spartans offense is no one's standing still. Everyone's always moving, and it makes it so hard for the defenders to defend when everyone's always moving.
There is a 3 from the wing. It's off for the Royals. Rebounded by Hooper. An outlet pass for Borges is bobbled. Picked up and ripped away. Ailani Curvin with the steal. In transition are the Royals. Left-handed layup won't go. The rebound is put back up and in, and it's a 6-point ball game here. Just under 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Spartans up 6. They can take their time. Only a second difference between the shot and game clock. A 3 is hoisted up. Heavy. Bobbled around. Rebounded by the Royals. We've got 15 seconds here before the end of the quarter. Pressure from Hooper. They get it off to Curvin. Look to set to shoot. Opts not to. Going to chuck this one up with 2 left on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Spartans, and that'll do it for the first quarter. A 6-point lead for the Centennial Spartans, much on the back of the scoring of Jenna Davy. Was 16 early in this game, but the Royals still in this game, only down 6. Offense has just been stagnant later in this quarter, as we'll take a short break and be back for the second quarter. Back underway for the second quarter between the Royals and the Spartans. Ailani Curvin. Now it's swung out. Nearly turned over there. Back at the perimeter. Now Curvin inside, just looking to find an outlet. Lots of pressure from the Spartans. They turn it right over.
The one thing the Spartans are doing, they're applying a lot of pressure on defense, and even when they're moving up the floor in transition. As Ross is letting the Spartans come up the floor, not pressing them like the Spartans are to them.
Hooper's going to kick it to the corner. Back out to the top. Hooper, corner 3 is good. Kayla Hooper for the from the corner gets it to go. 9-point game as the Royals make their way back up the court. Curvin going to spot up from deep and hits a response three from the Royals.
They almost kind of needed a response three, and that's exactly what they got there.
Definitely stops the bleeding, makes it a 6-point game. Hooper trying to speed up the tempo a bit. It'll go off the Spartans, and the Royals will take over, just down 6 in this game. We will have a quick substitution from Centennial. Curvin looking for an option. That's test fit. Royals working it around a bit. Now test fit, up fake, blocked away. Not sure who got a hand in it for the Spartans. They're going to have to hurry. 4 on the shot clock. Curvin puts it up. And nice challenge on the shot there from Sophie Danker. Forces the miss to the right. Wholesale changes for the Royals. Yeah, both teams now a little
Gone a little slow
easier.
on offense now.
Just letting teams set up, really.
Yeah, I haven't seen a bucket on offense in a while here. Believe Hooper's 3 was the last one we saw.
There's a corner 3 for Davy, who has cooled down off her break. Hooper inside, that one is red and picked off.
Yeah, had someone open in the paint there. Just nice play by the defender to cut back and grab that one.
Worked inside. Curvin, and it's going to be, let's say, a foul just on the baseline there. It's going to be on the floor.
Saying there was a little contact there with a push. Danker gets that foul.
Got some space off that inbound. Now back to the corner. Spot up 3 is off. Just off the back iron for Sarah Burra. Now the Spartans. It's Hay working around the perimeter. Hooper moves to the baseline, cuts it to the corner. Davy stepped in for 2, won't go. Just short.
Yeah, I thought that one was going from up here, just a bit short there by Davy.
Curvin works it inside. Very awkward finish. Couldn't flip it up and in.
Yeah, I had Hooper there defending her with a hand in her face, and it looks like she tried to stop up quicker. It just ended up falling short there.
That 3 from Davy was in and out. Hooper resets. Davy thought about it. Now to the corner for 3. It is off well heavy there from Butten Miller, and a ball will be turned over. That ball's going to be turned over there from the Royals. And the Spartans will take over. They'll make a quick sub. Close to halfway through the second quarter. Spartans with a 6-point lead. Scoring's dried up a bit recently. Hooper swings to the corner. Nice up fake. Shot is just left short off the front of the rim.
In the second quarter, Ross has definitely done a better job of closing out on shots. In that first quarter, a lot of wide open shots for the Spartans.
Ball is bobbled. And maybe a miscommunication on the pass. Forced out. Pesky defense there from the Spartans. Sierra Curvin and Susanna Morris in there for the Royals. Curvin took too many steps there. Going to be a travel. Trying to size up Hooper on the perimeter. Hooper will spot up for 3. And that won't go. Like the Spartans had 5 out there on offense. Look to see if they continue to do that. As Curvin with the foul and 1. Nice move for her to get to the tin.
First and 1 we've seen today.
See if she can convert at the line. Make it a 3-point game. And we will not see that before a timeout. That one from the Centennial Spartans. We will take a short break. So Elani Curvin will look to convert her and 1 after the timeout. 1 is just heavy off the rim, but picked up by the Royals. And they come up empty after the free throw attempt. 4-point game.
Yeah, Royals really brought themselves back into this one. We're down 8 at one point.
Hooper. McMillan. Poked away. Hooper falls to the ground. Will draw the foul. It's Charlie Capper. I believe just her first. Now the Spartans going to work it around. 3:04 to go. Nice move to create some space in the corner and a knockdown shot there from Haley McMillan.
Spartans getting it from all over the court. Hooper, Davies, and McMillan all adding points here.
Expanding the lead to 7. That's Blashuk. Losing the handle a couple times and is ripped. Nice outlet pass to McMillan, who will slow up a bit and make sure she puts away the layup on her in transition to make it a 9-point game. Royals need to stop the bleeding here before the half. Curvin inside, picked off by Hooper. Spartans looking to push her in transition once again. Davy to the corner for 3. It's good. Siva Grunathan hits it for the Spartans. An offensive avalanche from them to take a 12-point lead, a corner 3, the last one, and the Royals needing this timeout just to really slow this tempo down because they've been
Yeah, it was a
losing the
4-point
grip on the
game
game.
maybe a minute ago, so just take that into account. So definitely a well-used timeout here by the Royals.
Just need to calm it down a little bit here because they're offensively starting to turn the ball over a little bit, just getting a bit sloppy.
Because what you don't want is for this game to get out of control before halftime. If you can at least keep it in control, should be fine to try to make a comeback attempt here. They really weren't down that much, like I said a minute ago, so.
I think if you can keep it within single digits, that's a good sign.
Yeah,
especially
always. Especially in basketball, such a game of runs.
Never really fully out of it. I mean, you see more and more, especially with the establishment of the three-point jump shot.
Yeah, more and more comebacks.
Yeah, because just pile up points like that. Shooters get hot. You can really just avalanche a couple threes on a team. We'll see if that's what the Royals try to do. They have been hitting at a pretty good clip from downtown. Both Ailani and Sierra Curvin hitting a few shots from downtown for the Royals. They're going to have to be connecting here with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Swing to the corner. This defense just giving the Royals nothing, trying to get someone open on those pin downs. Running around the baseline, but just can't get enough separation on those pick plays. Royals get it in. Nearly stolen away. And a miscommunication. And that's got to just come down to defensive pressure because you just think you have a lot less time than you do actually turning the ball over like that. It's a tough look, but it's understated what this defense is doing. McMillan inside on the baseline for a corner three is
nice
good.
Pass.
A great
Falling
dish.
down, hits that bounce pass through the defenders on the baseline too.
Spartans just wanting to open this up as much as possible. The lead is 14. Inside, won't go. Get their own miss. Back up and in for the Royals. That's Devin Eddy.
Shot by Eddy. Missed the first one, and the second one was even more contested, but she drops it down.
Hooper finds the open look. Same play, another sprawling pass to the corner.
In and out there.
Exact same look there for the Spartan, just couldn't get it to drop.
Do a nice job of that baseline pass. You don't really see that often.
It's a tough pass to squeeze in there as Curvin's ripped. And
jump possession, I believe last time went Spartan, so it should be Royals this time. And never mind, it will be Spartans' ball.
So another timeout. The Spartans taking this one. 46 and a tenth to go
16
in the
on
quarter.
the shot.
But yeah, the Royals, they need a bucket and a stop here to close with the half. Just give them some momentum. Keep it.
Yeah, going into halftime, you want a little momentum so you don't come out flat in that next half.
Just want to keep your players motivated as well, because if you go down, you know, say 12, 14 points at the break, it just feels like it's too much. You almost mentally, you don't actually give up. It's just in the back of your mind, kind of mentally let off a little bit. So you just want to keep it competitive so you're in there, still think you have a shot in this game if you're the Royals. Offense has been tough to come by because the Spartans defensively just haven't let them have good looks.
Yeah, we find the more aggressive defensive teams have been the more successful ones. We saw last game, Orangeville was very aggressive on the defensive end of the floor and in the transition game. And that's been the Spartans so far today. If you're Ross, you're probably going to want to pick up that intensity on the defensive side of the floor.
Spartans going to work this around. It looks like they aren't going to push for the 2-for-1. They're actually going to turn this ball over
And
here.
that's the intensity we're talking about. Ross was right in their face, making them make quick decisions, and the Spartans ended up turning that ball over. That's what you're going to want to do if you're Ross. Although you might give up a couple more looks, you're going to create more turnovers, and that's what you want in these types of games when you're down.
So Ross just looking for a score here. Curvin on the baseline. Pass just splits a couple of Ross players and harmlessly makes its way out of bounds. So the Spartans, if they want, can
Yeah, I think
have
they're
the
going to
last
bring
look.
on some of their three-point shooters here.
No reason to rush it here if you're Hooper. Just
Yeah, you're going to want to bleed out that shot clock and then get that shot. Probably want to put it up with at least 5 seconds left in case there's a rebound.
going to get inside, and they're actually going to try to grab a quick bucket there with Davey, which will head her to the line. Just the first personal foul on Devin Eddy. All 16 of Davies' points coming at in the first interval here, and it'll break the seal in the second quarter.
Yeah, that first quarter was unbelievable for Davies. Slowed down a bit here in this second. Obviously, wasn't on as much.
Rattles in the second. Still a very respectable 18 points.
Yeah, in the first
her.
half.
Dominant for the Spartans. Royals going to need someone to step up in that capacity and score for them like that down in this game. What a move from Curvin, and the foul. Cutting to the bucket.
I was just about to say, when someone has almost as many points as you know, you got to step it up and maybe D up on her a bit more, but Ross will go to 21 now. Davey only at 18. And that was an important bucket for Ross. Get 3 points there if they could knock this free throw down.
No one's been able to convert an and one yet.
You go into half at 11, that's not too bad. You probably wanted it to get down to 9, but 11 is not bad, and that's definitely where you can climb back into a game if you come out hot. Could be back in the game in the first 3 minutes of the second half if they come out really hot.
Free throw is off. Hooper's going to have to hoist this one from just short of half court. It will go short, and the Spartans will take their 12-point lead into the half. And a dominant performance, obviously. We've talked about it from Jenna Davey outlining the scoring for the Spartans. We'll take a quick break. A 12-point deficit for the Royals to overcome at that break. We'll see you for the start of the third quarter. back here for the start of the second half, right in underway. The Royals down 12. There's Curvin cutting to the bucket. Follows up her own miss, swings it out to the perimeter. Curvin in the corner, thinks about it, spins in. Runner is off, but a foul is called. Curvin goes to the line for 2. Sierra Curvin can get this back to a 10-point game with 2 attempts at the line. First one's good. Good looking stroke from the stripe. Second one rolls around and drops. So the Royals are just down 10, 33-23.
And now we see some Ross full court press. Maybe because they're down, they're going to press this this Spartans offense a bit more with that press.
He worked around the top. Davey rifles it to the corner. And a trapper maybe in the corner. Hooper works it back. Butin Miller is robbed by the Royals, and here they come in transition. One to beat. Put up and off.
And yeah, it looks like Ross is going to press probably the rest of this game.
Hooper to the corner. Now going to get in the lane. The runner is up and good. Sierra Curvin. Gonna drive in. Runner is well off. Now Hooper gets it down the court. Inside, pass is just off. It'll actually go through the hands of the center to an open Butin Miller. Couldn't hit the 2. Hooper swings to the corner. Davey spots up for 3. It's short. Rebound by the Spartans, off the glass and no good. And a foul on Elani Curvin.
No one really to keep an eye out on for foul trouble so far, unlike last game.
Yeah, the Celtics, if you were watching, got into a bit of it there. They're the leading scorer at the time. Sierra Curvin thinks about it. Gets a screen, drives in, and is fouled.
So this Ross offense is mostly working off those screens and creating their shots that way, as I feel the Spartans offense is more movement. Everyone's always moving. They're looking for the open shot all the time.
Sierra Curvin is back at the line. It's the first. Once again, can make it a 10-point game at the stripe. She is 2 of 2 on another trip at the line. Once again, a 10-point game. That pass is turned over. Poor one from Davey. Elani Curvin, good contest there from Hooper.
Good defense there.
Royals going to turn the Spartans over again, and a foul is drawn.
Ross definitely looks more intense on defense, and that's what we said. One thing they're going to have to be is intense on defense if they want to come back in this game. And they've created a lot more turnovers here in the third quarter.
Gonna work it inside. Double team comes. Swings it back out. Curvin, foot on the line, short. And now the Spartans the other way. And we're going to call that a blocking foul there.
Tried to set her feet there. That's Capper. That's her third. So we talked about no foul trouble, but Capper in a bit of. And she'll come out of the game probably to keep her to 3 fouls. Don't want to get her up to 4 before you get into the 4th, as she is the starting point guard for this Royals team.
Influences your defense as well. She can't be as aggressive, which we talked about earlier. The Royals definitely are going to need that aggressive defense, turning the ball over. That's really their only way back in this game. They've been super efficient in the half-court offense. The Spartans going to work it around the top. There's going to be another block, it looks like there. That's not a block. That was Abby Blashik committed the foul.
It's her first.
Spartans up 10. Swing to the wing. It's a open 3, and connecting is Ryan Hay for the Spartans.
Her first basket of the game.
Centennial will come away with another defensive board. Davey steps into a 2, and that one's good for Jenna Davey.
Davey trying to rekindle some of that fire she had in the first quarter. She's the Spartans' leading scorer so far in this one.
Leads balloon to 15. Inside the line, shot won't go there from Blashik, and a foul in transition.
Ross just hasn't, they've been doing a better job on defense, just haven't been doing so well on offense. Got to make more shots.
So Jamie Guspa taking time out for the Royals. Gonna talk things over with his team. The Royals, they were just in that game. Obviously, those last couple of scores from the Spartans puts it to 15. You're just hoping.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's been the difference in this game. The Spartans been able to go on some good runs. They went on a 9-0 run early in the first quarter to even get this lead. And then we saw the run they just went on here in this third quarter. People say basketball is a game of runs, and right now the Spartans are the only one going on them.
So the Royals are going to need a big one of their own. And we keep having that benchmark of 10 points. Is that, you know, where you're still in the game?
Yeah, if they can get it to within 10, then you would think that in the 4th they could come out with some fire and still be playing for something and not be down and out of it. It's only 15 at this current point in the game.
Still not insurmountable. The Spartans are going to want to keep scoring. They're going to turn the Spartans over, though. Elani Curvin, and they're going to say it's a tie-up, and that possession arrow is in favor of the Spartans, so they're going to grab the ball there. Curvin just got tied up.
Yeah, nice job to get the hand on the ball and not allow her to burst up with the ball.
A pass, Hooper gets it back, works it inside. Back outside for Davey. To the corner, Hooper, Davey, 3 is just short. Followed up and good to make it 17.
Nice job on the second chance opportunity there.
Curvin being hounded by Hooper. A 3 is up and short. And the Spartans have not been letting the Royals get a lot of second chance opportunities. Been pretty good on the defensive glass. Swung out, long pass for Davey. Inside, now back out for 3. Just strong from McMillan. And a foul on the Spartans. That's their 5th of the quarter. It's Blashuk making her way out for Tesfit. Just going to have a quick talk with the scorers table.
Team's 5th, so would that put them in the bonus?
Spartans have been piling them up. 5 before 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think it's any one individual getting the fouls. I think it's just a team effort on those.
As a coach, you're going to have to sacrifice that with the style of defense that the Spartans are playing.
And I think being the more aggressive team, if you don't get into foul trouble early, then you can play that way the whole game. And we found the more aggressive team on defense has been the better one so far today.
Offensive rebound for the Royals, and up and in from Sierra Curvin.
By no means, though, is Ross out of this one.
Davey swings it. Out to the corner. Nice move to step in. The runner is off. Offensive glass. And a 2 there is good for Centennial. Spot up jump shot from just inside the corner.
Seems like every time Ross is trying to get some momentum, the Spartans come right down and put up a quick bucket.
It's got to be demoralizing, as I think you can claw your way back in it, but response buckets just keep going up. That runner is strong and off. The Spartans looking to spark it in transition. They won't be able to do so. Pass is tipped. A bit of a sloppy possession for the Royals. They'll get it out to the corner, and a travel assessed to Seacar Tesfit. The ball will be turned over. We will do a quick sub for the Royals. Inside the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Siva Garunathan for Davey. That one is tipped. They'll say it's off of the Royals, which it is. It'll be Spartan ball. Only 9 expired off the shot clock still. Lots of time for the Spartans to set something up in this set. Siva Garunathan. Gonna dish it inside and turned over by the Spartans. In transition are the Royals. Curvin spinning and drawing a foul. It's Ailani Curvin going to the line again for the Royals.
She's gotten to the basket quite a bit, and she's been at the line quite a bit today.
Get it within 14 with these 2 attempts at the line. Minute 30 to go in the third quarter.
And if you're the Royals, you can't leave any points at the line right now.
Short, but the shooter's roll assists that one in for Curvin. Second one is short, rebounded by Sierra Curvin. And that layup is up and good, so 3 points from that trip to the line. They'll take that for sure if you're the Royals. Worked around, Hooper to the corner. McMillan trying to get it to Hooper, batted down. Still with it, turns, heads to the basket, blocked away by Curvin. Now an open jumper is heavy and off. That one will be off of the Royals. The Royals really collapsing when they do get inside the paint. Some nice interior defense from Sierra Curvin, the block.
And the Royals could get a stop here. And they're within one possession of making it a 10-point game.
Just that concern for them. They've been good defensively, just defensive rebounding.
And they've had to make a couple more shots than they've made today. It's still tons of time in this basketball game.
Going to get it open to the corner, and that one is just short. Royals coming back the other way. Curvin with some tempo. Sierra Curvin attacking, draws the foul. And that's what the Royals, looks like that's going to be their game plan, just attack with some tempo, get to the line, get to the stripe.
Well, they got into the bonus, right? So every time they go to that basket and make the Spartans foul, if it's on the floor or not, they're going to the line. If they can make these two, you got to be, if you're the Royals, you got to be pretty hyped up and believing that you can make this comeback. Because it'll only be around 11 points, depending on what happens the rest of this quarter, but
first free throw from Sierra Curvin's good.
Both the Curvins have been playing pretty good today, so they're probably going to lean on them to do most of the scoring here.
One is off, and the Spartans do finally get the second board as Hooper goes down heavy there and be helped up. There's Ilani Curvin and the foul on her. Yeah, the last two free throw attempts for the Royals, they had missed the last one, grabbed the board, put it back up, so finally the Spartans put an end to that as they're getting 3 from each trip going to the line.
And it's a sneaky 3, too. You're like, oh, yeah, they missed the free throw, thank God. But then if you don't board up.
The Spartans have been good on the offensive glass, except for the free throw attempts, it looks like. Has been really their only weakness on the offensive board. And Hooper is going to pick that off, but going to go over and back. She didn't realize she did intercept that ball in the front court. So the Royals gifted an extra possession after turning it over. Ilani Curvin looking to work an opening. Eddie trying to work inside, and they're going to call a tie up. It should stay. Yeah, it'll stay with the Royals.
Big possession here for the Royals. You want points here going into the half. When it's a 10-point game and your team has a great opportunity to come back into this game.
Gonna get it outside to Eddie. Ilani Curvin attacking, puts it up, is heavy. Under 10 seconds to go. The Spartans gonna need to push it. It's Hooper, outlet for Davey, gets through. Inside, they're gonna need to put up a shot. They get one up, which is short off the front rim and off. So the Royals just kind of staying in there, keeping alive, down 12 at the break between the third and the fourth. We will be back for the final quarter of action to determine this D10 championship. We're back underway for the start of the fourth quarter. It's Kayla Hooper in control for the Spartans. They're up 12. That baseline pass, trying to get an open look in the corner. Davy. Gonna swing to the open corner. It's Hooper for three. Off, just short off the front rim. Royals coming back the other way. Blashuk. It's Sierra Curvin. Capper's back out there with 3 fouls. Ilani Curvin. Capper. Sierra Curvin. Bobbled it. 3 to shoot. Puts it up. It is heavy and off from Devin Eddy. Hooper attacking. Gets it to the corner. There's a 3 put up by Davy. Short. Rebound is fought for and won by Sierra Curvin, who will also win the Royals a foul. That one, Ryan Hay commits that.
The Royals seem to have a lot of success when they started to get the Spartans into foul trouble and got into the bonus, kept getting to the line. So we'll see if they attack that basket early, maybe try to work their way into the bonus early on in this one.
One early foul from the Spartans. Ross slowing it down a little bit. Capper around the screen. Curvin spinning inside. Off the window and no good. One looked all right, just bobbled around off the rim. Spartans in transition. Jenna Davy, lots of contact. Capper's fourth has inserted right back into the game, and she takes her 4th foul.
And it looks like she might be coming right back out.
More than likely will be her.
Probably want to save her for at least the last 3 minutes if you're still in the ball game. She does get that ball moving around for that Ross offense.
First one from Davy, short. Davy's second is too strong. Rebound from Hooper. Swings it. Open mid-range is off from Ryan Hay. Still some hope from the Royals. There is a foul.
And I believe that's the 3rd or 2nd team. 2nd.
That's Borges' 3rd. Ilani Curvin attacking with the left hand, well off. Lots of Spartan defenders in the area in the paint. And they're going to say it went off of Ryan Hay, so it's going to be Royals ball. Looks like that call's kind of made last second on the baseline. And lots of contact. It just rolls off the rim.
And
It's going to be a
give her
charge.
Damn.
Borges wins the charge for the Spartans. The crowd into it a bit with that call.
The ref was loving it too, the intensity on it.
First charge taken today. Davy. Hooper will fling it out, looking inside. It'll make its way to the corner. And that one is blocked away. Devin Eddy sends it back. Now curving the other way. Sierra gets it to Ilani. Now inside, Eddy. Trying to generate an open look, gets it off the window to go. 10-point game. Hooper gets it down there for Borges. There's a 3 from Davy, which is off. She is cooled off in this second half. The Royals still in it. They missed that one. There's going to be a foul. Abby Blashuk. As she makes her way off, and a timeout is called by the Spartans. We'll have a quick break. The Royals just creeping their way back into this game. Spartans have gone pretty stagnant on offense. A couple of shots just not falling, and the door is opened up just a crack for the Royals. Lots of offense from them being generated from the Curvins. It's always tough when one of your lead guards is in foul trouble. We've talked about Charlie Capper in trouble with 4.
Yeah, and she's so good on defense and just moving the ball around for that offense. And then she got into foul trouble. I believe in the 3rd, they took her out to have her in this 4th, and then picked up an early foul in the 4th. Had to bring her out. Probably want to use her in the last 3 minutes or so.
It was right when she checked in, she actually took it. You could see Coach Guspa just was unhappy with that as you took her out for a couple minutes in that 3rd quarter to conserve her for the 4th, takes the foul immediately. But then you run the risk, how early do you want to play her? Because there's 5 minutes left. You're preaching aggressive defense where you want to create turnovers, and you're at risk of losing her if you...
I'd say they bring her in the last 3 minutes, because at that point the game's going to go whichever way the game goes. She might never pick up another foul in the game. Who really knows?
It's worth running that risk, probably.
Exactly. Hey, this is the championship game. You got really nothing else to lose. So if she fouls out, she fouls out.
Gonna work an open look for Borges, and it's a 12-point lead. Royals running out of time. Just inside 5 minutes. Cut inside for Sierra Curvin. Nice 2-man game there from the Curvins and the Royals to get it back to 10 points.
Nice response, too. The Spartans get a bucket. You come right down, get a quick bucket.
Davey, extra pass, Hooper. Gonna work it around the top. Davey waits, shoots it. It is off, just heavy. Looked like she was gonna get the shooter's roll, but it will fall out. The Royals still alive. Gonna need to play some pretty perfect basketball, and that is not what you want to see if you're the Royals. A miscommunication lets the ball go out of bounds. 4:04 to go, and looks like the 4-minute mark is when they check Charlie Capper back in. She knows she's gonna have to be careful. Spartans working it around the perimeter. Hooper to the corner. The 3 is up from Hay, and a foul.
Saw she just kind of bumped into her, overextended herself on that jump.
It was Devin Eddy. They're going to say it's on the floor, which doesn't make sense.
The shot left her hands, and then the contact happened, so I guess. But normally, you'd think that'd be called a shooting foul.
You'd think so, but... Yeah, they just said after the shot.
She hadn't finished her motion yet, though. So the shot was still, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you either. Davey misses the layup, and the Royals come the other way. Capper outside for Curvin, cutting inside, takes the contact, and one.
How many has Curvin had? I think that's her third and one today.
Hey, Lonnie Curvin not letting this game die out. She can make it a 7-point ball game at the line. Talked about it earlier. If the Spartans, you got to put some emphasis on the defensive rebounds on these free throws. Can't give up an extra free point. And
I believe Ross knows that they have a good chance to come back in this one if they can get this 1 point here. So they're going to call a timeout, probably preach something on the defensive end so they can get the ball back. 3 minutes left. Still a lot of time for this team to come back in it.
This 4th quarter, they've been overwhelmingly the better team. even late in that third, making that comeback. Because the Spartans' offense, they've scored maybe a bucket or two, and it's been a long while.
Yeah, the Spartans haven't been as consistent here in the fourth, scoring.
It seems almost that they're just not getting into their offense quick enough.
I think Ross's pressure is one thing that's kind of disturbing their offensive flow. And I feel like Ross wasn't this aggressive in the first half.
The alteration, I mean, you can see is paid off because this Royal team looks like a different team. Obviously, the scoreline isn't too reflective of it, but they have clawed back from a 14-point scoreline at halftime to make it 8. They've got an attempt at the line. One shot from the free throw line at 3:39 to go for Elani Curvin. It's good. 7-point game. Finally gets it up across the timeline. Work back out, Davey. Hooper now. Swung to the corner. Driving in. And great interior D. The help comes from Devin Eddy.
The Spartans coach definitely got told his players to take all 30 seconds if you can. So you saw a lot of open shots being left there for a pass.
That look is off from Marin Ma. Spartans, just content to take as much off the clock as they can. No need to rush a shot.
We talked about how in the first half that was, well, even this whole game, it's been so much movement from their offense. They're just kind of moving the ball around, and then they'll probably start to pick it up once it hits 10 like we see here.
And that's a poor pass there from Davey. Looking to create some pressure on D in transition. Can't do so as Marin Mao finishes it off. 5-point game. And I feel like the crowd's starting to sense this game as well. Not even close to over because...
Well, if you weren't paying attention to the scoreboard, then you'd definitely be shocked if you look back up.
It seemed that the Spartans had a grasp on this game. It's slipping away. Another defensive board from the Royals and a foul.
That will be their 4th team foul.
I believe that's the 4th as well from Borges. Just want confirmation from the table. That's actually
that's
her
her
5th.
She'll be out of the game then.
So Nika Borges is out of the game for the Spartans. The Ross have the ball. 5-point game. 2:07 left. We talked about it being a game of runs, but this has just been slowly but surely them chipping away at this lead. Hasn't been a big...
Yeah, it hasn't been a big run at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just slowly getting buckets. Knocking down your free throws was an important thing. Something you don't really notice until it comes down to the final score.
Ball is tipped. Ross trying to work it around. Defense getting a bit tighter in the closing moments here. Curvin outside, a 3 is up and good.
Here come the Royals, and that bench is electric right now.
That's Charlie Capper with the big 3. It's a 2-point game.
Lucky coach held her out, so she'd be in this game, not allowing her to get too many fouls.
Hooper to the corner. Inside and lots of contact. A foul going to the line. And that will be Ryan Hay.
That will be the 5th team foul for Ross. In a game we thought at halftime might have been getting out of hand is now a 2-point basketball game with 1:30 still left.
First one is off from Hay.
It's a 1-possession ball game.
there's a miss, this defensive board so crucial for the Royals. It is good. 3-point game. And a timeout called, believe, from the Royals. Or was it a timeout? I don't think so,
I
actually.
think there was a problem with the score clock.
Looked like he was initially going to call for a timeout.
Yeah, I think they started the clock a little early there.
They're going to reset it to 1:30. Guaranteed 3 possessions left in this game. It's a 3-point game. Sierra Curvin thought about it. On the dribble drive, gets it outside. Nice fake for 3 is just heavy. That was Capper trying to keep it in. They do so. Eddy just puts it up, and it gets the friendly roll. Devin Eddy makes it a 1-point game. Slowly but surely, the Royals have worked their way back in this game. A cold stretch for the Spartans. It's Hooper. Half the shot clock's gone in this possession. Davey bobbles it. It's going to be Spartan ball. Last touched by Elani Curvin.
Shot clock will not change, still 11 there. So Spartans are going to have to be quick with the shot.
And a timeout from the Spartans. 46 8/10 to go. A 1-point game, and the Royals have just been consistently in this second half climbing their way back into this game. They've earned the fact that this is a 1-point game right now.
Looks like the Spartans are going to draw up a play. Like we said, 11 on the shot clock. They're going to have to inbound it and get up a shot. So you imagine coach is drawing up a play right now to get someone open and at least make this a 3-point game.
You always got to think in the back of your head, you have the lead, you're kind of dying out the clock and maybe giving up some looks that you would take if there's, you're not trying to kill the clock. So you come back now. Was it worth really draining that out? Because it's a 1-point game and you haven't scored in, it feels like, forever.
Yeah, it looked like they were giving up some opportunities to keep dribbling that ball out, just to take more and more time off this clock, and it didn't work out for you.
Yeah, it just feels like you're playing not to lose instead of playing to win.
I imagine next time when they're in that situation, it's going to be, let's put up as many baskets as we can and run these guys out of the stadium.
And if you're a
Ross kept crawling back.
You're just hoping there's a next time, because this could be costly.
This could be the season.
Hooper to inbound. Gets it into Davey. Thought about the 3 from the corner. Hooper, Davey. 5 to shoot. Swings it. Davey has to put it up. Puts it in off the window. Jenna Davey.
She might have just iced this game with that one.
Oh.
Not the shot they wanted at all, but the shot they got and made.
A huge hit for Davey.
Don't think she called bank on it, but
we'll let it slide.
We'll have to check with someone down on the floor.
Hand in her face, just drills it.
You got to think that's not what coach drew up at all.
Definitely not.
But Davey had to shoot it there. She had no other choice. There was 1 second on the shot clock. She had to toss it up.
They're being casual with it. I don't think they realized how close that shot clock was to empty until Davey had a quick look and hoisted it. There's going to have to be some urgency here from the Royals. Nice cut inside. Layups missed, and a foul on the interior from Kayla Hooper.
I believe that's the 5th from the Spartans. So now if you're Ross here, do you try to make this first one, maybe intentionally miss the next one? Because you're going to have to foul here.
Another timeout, this one from the Royals.
That was such a clutch shot by Davey, who's been electric here today.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about her cooling off in the second half, but that hit really doesn't matter how cold you went late on, because that is such a big shot. 4-point game. You can see Coach Jamie Guspa giving the Royals his last instructions. rocking the Sabrina Ionescu WNBA shirt.
Now, what do you think they do here? Do they go for knock down both the free throws, or do you try to knock down one? Well, I guess it depends. If you knock down that first one, you have the opportunity to just toss it off the rim and try to grab the board.
There's so much time left as well, and you've been turning the Spartans over in transition.
Yeah, and you're probably the Spartans have not done a good job of shooting at the line today. That's one thing to note. So you're probably not afraid to foul them and make them beat you.
It's a big 2 shots. First one is off. Stays a 4-point game for now.
So now you probably want to make this one.
That one is off, and it's rebounded by Hooper. A big board. Davy can outlet, and there's a foul.
Low-key, that ball got taken away. They didn't foul. That's her 5th, that was Capper who took it. So,
yeah, so
she'll be out of the game now. She had a big 3 to make this game a 1-point game.
Just another offensive weapon gone.
All they'd need is one here from Davy, who's been electric shooting the basketball today to end this game. She had the big 3 to give them this lead.
I believe she did miss her last 2 at the line, though, so maybe a little bit of pressure here on her. First is off. Spartans just looking to go into a little bit of a prevent D there. All 4 are back there, other than Davy at the line.
Yeah, not even trying to grab the board here.
And there is no board. Davy puts it in.
And that should be game.
It's a 5-point game. You're looking for a quick bucket and a foul.
If you're Ross, quick shot. You got to get someone open from 3, fire it in quick.
And as long as you have like 15 seconds, you can maybe try to trap. That clock's not running right now. There it is. A pull-up 3 from Curvin is good. Sierra Curvin. It's a 2-point game.
Now we saw Davy miss 1 free throw early on, so if you foul, you got to make both these now.
It's come down to it here.
And if you're Ross, I say you try to set up for the trap first. If you don't get it, foul immediately.
I think it depends where you get the inbound, and if you get it in there kind of stuck in a corner, 100% you got to trap. But it's so risky because there's 13 7/10. You don't want to run the risk of them breaking that trap and ending the game.
Yeah, because you remember, you do have to push the ball all the way up the court when you do, if they miss a free throw, if they make a free throw, if you get the ball in an inbound situation, you're probably going to have to push the ball all the way down the floor. So, and in 13 seconds to get a trap going and all your girls down the floor to set up a shot might be tough. I'm not sure how many timeouts Ross has left.
It'll be interesting to see how many bodies they sacrifice to the inbound. The timeout does advance the ball. So that's not a worry for the Spartans. It's really tough unless you get them close to half court. There's really not really a place to trap unless you maybe pin them deep in a corner. They're going to try to get someone open. It is Davy who they get open. And they took a second, maybe trying to generate a steal, but
10 seconds, that should leave you enough time. Davy now, these are going to be important.
That was played pretty well by Ilani Curvin. You want to get the steal.
You want to see if you can get the steal first. And
the second one, all important, is in for Davy. The Royals are going to need a 3. They have their timeout that they use to advance the ball.
they're going to put that clock back to 10.6 probably.
Sorry, they don't have their timeout to use. That's what the stoppage was, to reset the clock. So they're still going to need to travel the length of the court.
We saw Capper do it last time. Spot up 3.
We saw, it was Sierra Curvin who hit the last one. They're going to need one here. Curvin going to attack, turns it over. And the Spartans are going to pass it around, and one last foul. They're going to say, did they call the foul before?
I think they called the foul, and then they were like,
they're
whatever.
just going to let it go. Yeah, so the Spartans have taken the D10 title, and it was looking great early on. A nervy finish for them, but they finally do get it done.
Yeah, had a big lead at halftime. Even coming into this fourth quarter, double-digit lead. They just couldn't slow down a bit, but in the end, they finish it off. Great job by the Spartans today.
It was a scoring slump initially in the second half, but they got out of their funk, got the buckets when they needed it, and that dagger came from the banked-in 3 from deep. It was a Jenna Davey triple, and she was the main factor scoring the ball for the Spartans, and a big reason why they're moving on to Kawasa. But that will do it for our D10 championship. The senior girls plaque will be at the home of the Centennial Spartans for the next year, as they are the holders, and well-deserved. They take this one 52-49. Thanks for tuning in.